Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little different than usual. I'm going to do a tag. I was tagged by Maddie Woods, and I feel like the tag is just like 2018 something or other. Let's see what it's called. It's just kind of like summing up 2018 favorite things I've done, brands, stuff like that. So the first question is, what is your favorite product you bought this year? And for me, it's kind of hard because I really don't try new stuff out a lot. I kind of find things I like and don't switch it up. But the only new products I bought this year, other than like eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that, are these two products, which is the Benefit Hello Happy Foundation and the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I've been using the Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray for a long time. I started using this last summer, so this doesn't count. But I didn't start using this primer until the summer, and I love this, especially now in the winter that my skin is super dry. This feels so good on my skin. It instantly moisturizes my skin. I think even if I wanted to use a different primer, I just couldn't because my skin is too dry right now. So I love this, and you guys know I love the Benefit Hello Happy Foundation. I use it pretty much every single day. For me, it's the perfect amount of coverage. It's light to medium coverage. You can definitely build it up. It stays, you know, for a really long time. Usually lightweight or light coverage foundations don't last at all. I feel like they last like 3 hours. This really does last. I have shade 1 for when I'm pale, like right now, and then I have shade 4, and I like to mix the two because I'll pretty much never be shade 4 naturally, but if I'm self-tanned, I can mix these two and have a really nice range. And you get a decent amount. It's probably an ounce, just like most foundations. So I've really been loving this and the primer. So if you guys have dry skin, this is a really good combination to check out. The next question is, what is the most memorable moment of this year? And if you asked me last week, I would have had a completely different answer. But I actually, if you guys haven't watched my other video before this, I got engaged on Christmas Day. So that's definitely my most memorable moment of 2018 that I'll remember for the rest of my life. If you asked me this last week before I got engaged, I probably would have said finishing my first year of law school. That was definitely very memorable and something I'll also probably remember for the rest of my life, a big important milestone, but getting engaged definitely trumps that. But also I've had a really great 2018. I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but I do have a lot of great memories, especially from the summer, hanging out with my friends. What I do, and this is a good suggestion for people who just like to have good memories. I forget a lot of stuff, so what I'll do is go on Snapchat, and I don't use Snapchat, but I'll record stuff on Snapchat and just save it to my memories so I can scroll through and I have like funny videos, funny pictures from when I went out with my friends and things like that. And I even will just take regular videos on my phone just to record stuff and just have funny memories because I love to look back on those. So it's my little tip of the video. Number 3 is, what is your favorite subscription box? I don't do any subscription boxes. It's not like I'm against them or have anything against them, but I just never like really found one that I felt was worth my money. But although it's not a subscription box, it is subscription based. So Curology, I am obsessed with. You guys know I talk about it all the time. Not sponsored. I've never been sponsored by them. It changed my skin. Changed my skin. If you watched me last year, you guys know I had really, really bad skin, really bad breakouts. I used Epiduo for like a year or so, and then my insurance stopped covering it, and it's like very, very expensive, like a couple $100s for one bottle. So I stopped using it, and then I pretty much started breaking out again right away. So my skin was really bad for like a full year, just awful. And then around May, sometime in May, I was just sick of it. I'm like, I can't even leave the house or go to work or go anywhere without makeup on because my skin was just so bad. It was so red, awful. So I started Curology in May, and within the first month, my skin was so much better, and now my skin is perfectly clear. I very, very rarely break out, only if it's like that time of the month. I sleep with my makeup on occasionally. Usually, even if I'm like, you know, had a few too many drinks, I even take my makeup off then. But recently, I've just been falling asleep with my makeup on because I'm like freezing cold because it's so cold out and I don't want to like get my hands or my face wet. And I don't even break out from that. And usually that would be it. I would be like broken out for a month. But I love Curology. I can't recommend it enough. I'm pretty sure they still have a free trial thing going on. That's why I started it. You just pay the $5 shipping, and now it is $24 a month, I think, and it comes once a month, and it's amazing. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. I feel like I talked about it enough now, so we're gonna move on. What is your favorite new brand that you discovered this year? I technically discovered this in 2017, but I started using it a lot more recently. It is the brand Bad Habit, and they make palettes, mainly eyeshadow palettes, that are really, really great dupes of Anastasia palettes, Huda Beauty palettes, just like expensive makeup. And I love these. I think this one's $13. This is the Artistry palette, and I think this is supposed to be like the Sultry palette from Anastasia. I love this. I have seriously like 6 palettes from them, and they're all amazing. I showed you guys this one on Instagram and everyone loved it. I mean, the colors are just so vibrant and pigmented, which you totally wouldn't expect because I think this is like $12. Here, we'll swatch this one. They're very, very pigmented, like so much more than you would expect because, you know, a $12 palette, you wouldn't expect that. And even if you go to the drugstore, like Milani started making eyeshadow palettes, they're like $20, I think. So to me, $20 palette isn't like inexpensive. I would say that's like on the borderline of being expensive. These are very, very inexpensive and they're great, and they're really great for people who love makeup but don't want to spend $50 on an eyeshadow palette because it's kind of crazy. I feel like eyeshadow palettes are coming out left and right. We can't get rid of them. We can't avoid them. A new one comes out seriously twice a week. I feel like at least ColourPop is releasing a new eyeshadow palette. Can someone stop them? The next one is, what's your favorite skincare item, or yeah, your skincare must-have. So obviously Curology, but I'm not going to talk about that anymore. And also this Laneige Sleeping Lip Mask. You can get this at Sephora. I got mine on Amazon, but I used to not like this because I thought it was breaking me out around my lips. But turns out just had bad skin because now I use it and I don't ever break out from it. I sleep with this on every single night, and if I don't, I can't fall asleep. I'm like, what is missing? And it's always this. I'm obsessed with this. It really, really heals your lips. They're not going to be like crusty or dry or anything. When you wake up, they feel like you had a lip mask on all night, and well, you did. So I guess that makes sense. Totally worth it. I mean, this is $20, which is, you know, kind of crazy for like a lip balm, but it's huge and you're not going to go through this very fast unless you're like using way too much. You really need the smallest amount. I love that. Favorite new influencer you found this year? I'm going to have her name on the screen because I'm not exactly sure what her last name is, but her first name is Alexandria and her last name starts with a B, and she does a lot of like cleaning videos, and my favorite things I find on Amazon, my favorite things from Target, Shop With Me. Her videos are just very, very bright and colorful, and they just make me happy. They're very high quality, which I love watching really high quality like vlogs. I don't know why, but it makes me really happy. The next question is a new friend you met from YouTube, and I don't know what you mean by met because I haven't actually met anyone in person from YouTube this year, but I would say my new YouTube friend would be Brooke Miccio. I feel like I talk about her in every video, but sorry about this freaking tea bag. That looks really nasty. I'm just gonna put that over there. Brooke actually reached out to me on Instagram saying like something like I love your videos or something like that, or maybe I messaged her saying like, oh my god, can't believe you follow me, because I realized that she followed me on Instagram, and we messaged back and forth. We occasionally message now. I just think she's a really nice person and I like talking to her, so I guess that would be my new YouTube friend. Number 8 is any new Holy Grail products, and again, I don't use new things, but I'm gonna say my Holy Grail #1 makeup product, if I had to recommend anything, is the Too Faced Hangover Spray. I've said it a million times, but it's like hairspray for your face. Your makeup does not move when this stuff is on. And if you use too much, it really does feel like you put hairspray on your face, so don't use too much, but it's amazing. It's so great. If you haven't used it, you need to try it. And they do sell trial sizes or like travel sizes, so you can try that out. Next question is, what is your YouTube goal for 2019? And I would say my YouTube goal would be to hit 50,000 subscribers. I mean, 100,000 subscribers would be great, but that's like I'd have to gain 70,000 more subscribers this year. If I could, that would be amazing, but I feel like a realistic goal would be 50,000. I'm so happy that I even reached 30,000 this year. it's so great to like see your channel grow and see like the hard work you're putting into it pay off. And even more than that, I really just love having such loyal subscribers. I feel like you guys know my life, you know what I'm like as a person, you know Peach, you know Jessie, you know like a lot of things about my life, and I feel like we're friends. And I have conversations with you guys on Instagram and YouTube, and I know who you are because I remember your pictures and your names. The last question is, what is the most important lesson you've learned this year? I've learned a lot of lessons. There's nothing I can really say is like an important lesson I've learned this year specifically. Things that I've always kind of done, like think positively. I'm someone who tries to always look at the positives of a situation in the long term. I know a lot of people think I'm negative, but I'm actually a really positive person. I do try to look on the bright side for everything. I've been more about worrying about today and tomorrow, not thinking like what's going to happen in a month from now, a year from now, living in the moment, enjoying things. I'm someone who sticks to a schedule. And I used to, you know, I wouldn't want to go to my friend's house on a Thursday night because I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to my friend's house. I'm going to get home late. I'm going to sleep late the next day. The next day I'm going to be so tired. And now I'm like, go to your friend's house. It's a Thursday night. So what? Like, I don't have class Fridays. Enjoy it. Like, why am I going to stick to this rigid schedule of what? Like, so I can lay in bed at 6 o'clock and do nothing and fall asleep at 9? Like, I should just go to my friend's house, enjoy my life because you're only young once. And I think that's an important lesson I've learned because I've always been someone who's like, no, I gotta get home, you know, I'm not going out tonight, I have to do stuff tomorrow, I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And I would be at my friend's house, like, having anxiety, like, I need to go home because XYZ. And now I'm just more like, get over it, live in the moment, enjoy your life. There's no reason to force yourself to go home or force yourself to not have fun. Thank you to Maddie for tagging me to do this because I definitely needed some inspiration on videos to film. I've kind of taken a break since Christmas Eve. That was the last day I vlogged. I haven't vlogged. I haven't done anything since. So this gave me a little inspiration to hop on board. I'll leave the 2 people I'm going to tag down below because I don't know exactly who I'm going to tag yet. I got to see who's done this video so far. And then I'll leave them down below. So make sure you check out the description box if you want to check out Maddie's channel, any of the products I mentioned, or the 2 people that I tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have any requests for what I should do in 2019, new videos, stuff like that, please let me know because until I go back to school, vlogs are going to be kind of boring. So if you have any sit-down request videos, that would be good. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!